No, it's a light bulb. It's a light fixture. It's a light watch. No, it's a
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to explain Wernicke's aphasia and semantic paraphasia. Now, this is important to recognize because according to research, early intense speech therapy post-stroke is linked to the greatest and fastest functional recovery. In fact, many studies emphasize a critical window of 2 to 4 hours per week within 28 days. For those who start speech therapy greater than 3 to 6 months, studies show slower progress and possible gains, but requires a higher intensity of treatment of 5 to 10 hours per week. Wernicke's aphasia is a language disorder in which a person can speak fluently with normal rhythm and grammar, but the content of their speech is often meaningless. Often, people with Wernicke's aphasia poorly comprehend spoken and/or written language, and are completely unaware that their speech makes no sense. You'll typically observe recovery when awareness and insight start to improve. Wernicke's area is located in the temporal lobe of the brain and acts as the brain's internal dictionary and comprehension center. Without this area working, the brain cannot monitor or correct the words being spoken. This language disorder typically occurs from an ischemic stroke, a tumor, traumatic brain injury, infection, or degenerative disease that injures Wernicke's area. One of the symptoms of Wernicke's aphasia is semantic paraphasia, which is what I shared as an example at the very beginning of this video. Semantic paraphasia occurs when a person with aphasia substitutes a word for a related word due to a breakdown in how the brain organizes and retrieves the meaning of words. In fact, with Wernicke's area impaired, there are 3 changes that typically occur. The brain organizes words in a vast web of concepts. So, for example, animals, furniture, tools, jobs, transportation, etc. When Wernicke's area is damaged, the boundaries between those closely related concepts blur. The brain knows the general neighborhood of the word it wants, but it cannot pinpoint the exact item. So the person with aphasia can say clock instead of watch. When you speak, your brain must actively select one target word and inhibit all competing similar words. Without Wernicke's area to regulate this process, the selection mechanism fails. So the brain defaults to the most accessible or generalized alternative within the same category. Normally, we have a subconscious feedback loop that monitors our speech in real time. It helps us to catch and correct our mistakes before and after we say them. Because Wernicke's area handles auditory comprehension, people with Wernicke's aphasia typically lose this internal monitoring system. So they cannot accurately process that they've substituted the wrong word. And this allows semantic paraphrasias to essentially flow freely into conversation without any sort of self-correction. When a person with Wernicke's aphasia starts to recover and make progress, you'll often notice that the person becomes more aware of their language errors, which sometimes can lead to frustration. The person will also start to understand simple and then more complex spoken instructions. They'll also demonstrate the ability to self-correct their own language errors. They'll say less made-up words, and they'll demonstrate the ability to read aloud simple words and simple phrases. I say all of that to say that recovery is possible, and yes, a person who has Wernicke's aphasia can make substantial progress. If you would like to use this activity to improve your loved one's language comprehension right at home, I've created a members-only video demonstrating exactly how I used this activity in therapy. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Danetta Davis. I am a medical speech-language pathologist. Go ahead and subscribe if you like this video, and of course, share with a friend. Be well, and I'll see you in my next video.